So here we have the brand new Samsung Galaxy S6. We're at the Galaxy Unpacked event at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. It's a very new design, it's a very premium design. You've got metal now covering, going all around the edges. It's similar to the Galaxy Note 4, but actually it's got more akin to the iPhone 6. You can see the drilled holes. You've got the USB port here, micro USB port here, and you've got 3.5mm headphone jack at the bottom, and it's all metal going around, which looks nice, feels good. It actually feels quite light in hand as well. You've got the power button on the right hand side, so it's easily accessible for your thumb to turn the phone on and off. That's also where the SIM tray sits. There isn't a micro SD card slot anywhere here, and that's because Samsung have decided not to include one on the S6. That means that it now comes in three variants, 32GB, 64GB and 128GB. We're not quite sure what the pricing is going to be, but there will be a premium to those. On the back we can see that the camera raises out a lot more severely than it does on the HC1 M9 and the iPhone 6. We've got the flash here as well, and here you've got the heart rate monitor on the back as well on the flash. So as you can see, that is quite a pronounced thing. It does come, it's a 16 megapixel camera. Now the home button has had a bit of an upgrade. It used to require a swipe to unlock. Now it's changed so that it's similar to Touch ID. A tap should do it. We can't actually test this here because we need to put our fingerprints on the phone, but we will be trying that out as soon as possible. Now, going back to the cameras, the front-facing camera is at 4 megapixel, and it's got a large pixel, so the pixels are 40% larger than they were on the Galaxy S5. What that means is it will allow more light in, and it will make low-light shots better, which is useful for a front-facing camera. Let's give that a go. You can see there's quite a lot of detail there. It's pretty good. Switching to the back camera now. Let's have a look at that. As you can see, that's pretty nice and sharp. I mean, there are a few, there's a few artifacts there happening, but this isn't the brightest room in the world. So we'll need to test that a little bit more closely before we see what's going on there. So there's a new TouchWiz interface here. You can see now it's a bit slicker, it's a bit more sparse. Instead of icons, Samsung decided to use words, very similar again to iOS 8 and Apple.
What do you want?
You just go through there. The settings are pretty similar to what we're accustomed to on TouchWiz and other Android phones. One of the things that the Galaxy S6 does have is wireless charging. So what you can do, this is built in, you don't need another case or anything like that. You just place it on the wireless charger and that will charge up automatically. Now, what Samsung has incorporated is fast charge technology. They reckon that you can get 4 hours of use out of just a 10-minute charge. That's quite impressive. So the screen is a Super AMOLED, it's 2K, which means it's got a lot more pixels than the Samsung Galaxy S5 before it, which was just full HD. That makes it much sharper. Also, the fact that it's AMOLED means that dark scenes on video would look really good. And you can see some of the darker colours will look really good. It's powered by an Exynos processor, it's an octa-core, and it's using 14nm technology. Again, Samsung is claiming some impressive performance and power efficiency savings from this processor. So the battery should be quite impressive. This is the first Galaxy phone that doesn't have a removable back, so you won't be able to remove that battery and place a new one in. It's not a big deal for most people. It's quite big in Korea, but we don't mind that too much. What's more of an issue is the lack of SD card slot. This is our hands-on of the Galaxy S6. We'll be getting our review sample soon, so come back to trustreviews.com to find out what we thought.